When I talk to friends and family about going to put together a project that I will come forward and talk freely about the disease, people were resistant or thinking that it's not necessary or appropriate to go public about it. I had my mind set and said, well, I think we need to change the way we think about the situation or the disease or experience that we have to be able to come out, speak publicly, and educate others. And I think that's the key purpose and what makes me very motivated, because I'm able to apply my experience in teaching. My name is Kenson Alik, and I've been working in coordination with the F3 Hawaii doing education session. I go out to the Marshallese and rest of the Micronesian community, teaching people and talk about hepatitis. I born and raised in a small atoll in the Marshall Islands called Ebon. Being a little child and looking around and kind of experience life, it is totally different than what it's like here in Hawaii. I left home because I wanted to further my education. I went first to the community college in Ponape, and then I moved on to the four-year college, University of Guam. After 11 years in Guam, I went back home and worked at the College of the Marshall Islands. Summer of 2007, I back to school to continue my education, and this time to earn an advanced master degree in education. So I spent 2 years at the University of Hawaii, Manawa. While I was studying here at University of Hawaii, I was not feeling well, and so I had to go and see my doctor here at Straub Hospital. I was diagnosed with hepatitis B, and so that's when I started to realize that I need to further looking for best treatment for myself. When I tried to seek treatment from the Marshall Island Health Services Program, the doctor told me that they had no resources to be able to treat me while I was there in Majuro. That's where I also was told to move on and look elsewhere. The doctor were not specialized in that area, and that's what they explained to me. And because I was getting sicker and sicker, I request the College of the Marshall Islands to allow me for medical leave. So when I arrived here in Hawaii, my doctor told me that it is worst case that I had. 3 years after I was diagnosed, I got finally able to get treatment. My doctor recommended that I will have to undergo transplant if I choose to. So that's was our choice, my wife and my kids. Oh, that was really a devastating experience during the wait period for the transplant to take place. I was totally very sick and couldn't even think well. I think I lost my mind. I was out already. So I didn't know I would have like make it, to this point. My transplant took place in May 31st, 2011. During the recovery period, it was very devastating and difficult way that I had to cope with. I thought I was totally lost, and I thought I couldn't even able to get back to my normal way of thinking, and so it was very hard. Because of the experience that I had with the disease, I wanted to share my experience with the community members. I developed a project that is basically a grassroots education project to be able to go out to various Micronesian community here in Oahu to talk story about hepatitis. There are a lot of us from the Micronesian that lack the knowledge of hepatitis, and I think one reason is because our health services lack those education program. So a lot of people don't understand and don't know, never heard before about hepatitis. So I think that's the reason why it can be really widespread easily.
Health is the most important thing. You can seek education and you can get the highest degree you can get, but without good health, there is no point. Hepatitis is preventable. You're more aware of what the disease can do to you and how you can get it from other people. Biggest barrier that people in the States face when they come and try to educate our people in the Marshall Islands is basically language. By getting Ken's help and educating the people, a person that speak the same language at the same time know what the challenges are. Our citizens seems to sit and actually listen more and be, they take it too hard because they hear it from one of their own.
It was a great opportunity for me to be able to go to Washington, D.C. and meet with the Congress people and be able to talk about hepatitis and how it affects the community. And so part of it is to advocate about hepatitis and be able to lobby for more funding support for prevention, education, screening, and even treatment. I developed a project, education advocacy project, to educate all the Micronesian citizens living in Hawaii. I've been involved in doing that for 3 years now, partnering with my wife, who is in nursing as well. So we had to make a good team to speak to our citizens and to educate them on the disease and how we can stay healthy. Thank you. I think I really impressed the people in DC about the facts that I am from the Pacific Islands and particularly Micronesian, and I understand the culture and the tradition and the values. As an educator, I have the advantage and ability to be able to talk with the Congress people and be able to make them understand and aware of the issues and the problem. I felt like I have the responsibility to talk with my community and also talk to lawmakers on how to increase awareness and be able to eliminate hepatitis. I think it's very important for me to personally thank our Lord, thank God for the opportunity to giving me the second life. I also wanted to thank the medical team that was able to support me throughout the treatment and my recovery. Very important to continue to reach out to the young families, especially a lot of us from the Micronesian state that we have no knowledge about hepatitis because of lack of education and lack of understanding among ourselves about the disease. So I think it's very important for me here in Hawaii to continue to reach out, especially to the new families that are coming to Hawaii States.